Welcome inside Fury FC TV. I'm Graeme Ivory, Media and Communications Director for Ottawa Fury FC. Happy to be joined by our Technical Director, Phillip Dos Santos. Phillip, just want to kind of get your thoughts on a few things with regards to the Academy. First off, starting with the fact that Fury FC is now recognized as one of the 5 professional academies in Canada, recognized by the CSA. How does this recognition and the involvement with a professional team affect the academy environment for a club that's had a pretty long-standing and impressive record at the academy level?
Well, I think it's important to mention that with the arrival of this NASL team and adding to the W League team, we become a reference not only because of the academy structure, but the fact that we have a dream to sell to our young players. And I think in many structures right now in Canada, even North America, what you're missing is really that pro environment where players could come in every day and aspire to play one day for their club, but make it a career and play at the highest level possible. Come in every day, grow in the club structure and represent that same club when they grow up and become what I think many kids dream about, professional players. And I think that when you have that to sell, you can now promote excellence. You can now promote and present an everyday environment where kids are going to come in knowing that it's extremely competitive. That will automatically provide and allow players to be in an environment where every day counts, every little detail counts, and it will maximize their potential. It will maximize their game and the qualities that they have. And if players are put in that daily environment, chances are that they will become better and better. We work aligned with what the CSA is looking for. The Canadian Soccer Association, for their youth national teams, will be looking at coming in and seeing what we're doing and seeing how our players are progressing, because we are now presenting a different type of environment, one that the Canadian Soccer Association believes in. So it's just normal that they start directing themselves towards the pro academies and the pro clubs academies, because they believe, and we also believe, that this is where the best players are going to end up being, and the environment created for them will allow them to become even better and to grow as young future professional players.
Can you speak to the philosophy that yourself as the technical director and your coaching staff, that you've kind of mandated that all players throughout the entire academy are going to be working through?
I think a philosophy it's a big word, and for some people it could mean a lot of things. For others it doesn't mean as much. I think it's and when we talk about philosophy, it's really the daily environment we put our players in. So we're modeling coaches to work in a way where players are going to be able to not only come in here and play football, but express themselves in the maximum capacity every time they're here. We want players to play openly, to express themselves, to maximize what they have better, to express themselves in what they have better, and not only play a rigid type of football. So coaches know that we want to create a quality environment, but we also want everything to turn and evolve around the game of football. We know the standards. We were blessed with the opportunity to have some of our staff coaches linked with the national program, and that have been in national team programs and as players, or in provincial team programs as coaches. And so we know the standard, and it's important to transmit that to players. And it's important for us to develop players for the game of today and the game of tomorrow, follow the trends. So you cannot go wrong when you present football to players. It's about creating exercises, creating an environment where they're going to be able to grow, not only because of what the exercise is presenting, but because we allowed them inside that exercise to also express themselves, to also create, to also play a football that's going to be an attractive football and an enjoyable football to play. So they're going to come in, and we'll assess the tools that they have. We'll assess their qualities, and we won't try to change those players. We'll let them grow inside their tools, but also always under a certain set of principles that we believe need to be consistencies. We cannot deviate from them, because we know that those are very important for the player of today and the player of tomorrow.
You've talked about opportunities with the various national team programs. Can you talk about the expectations for the academies supporting the national team in its programs, and also the support and kind of the following of LTPD, the long-term player development, and its role in the development of environment of these players?
Yeah, we have a huge responsibility now. I think that it's a responsibility towards our country, towards Canada, but also towards our top teams. We want to produce players that could play at that level. I think that the LTPD it's good as a guideline. It's something that is there that we definitely look at. We have inside that what our beliefs are. I think that combining both together will allow us to get to a way of working that will help us and guide us to be the best we can be every time we work with these players. When it comes to the national team, and when it comes to putting players at the highest level, we know that players need to put the hours, and they need to put the hours in a quality environment. So it's up to us to create that environment. It's up to us to create that pattern for a player once he enters the academy to the time he finishes his junior years, and by the time he's going into a national team, we need to monitor them, follow up with them. We need to be in consistent communication with those entities to make sure that we're providing the players with what's needed, and I think it's part of our job. It comes with a responsibility, and we're so happy to be able to embrace that. It's the best thing for a club, for coaches, for an academy structure, when we could work in a way where we know there's a beginning, a middle, and an end for those players, and hopefully the end will be at the international level or at the pro level in our NASL team. So we want to create that environment for them, but under what is the Ottawa Fury identity and beliefs.
We know that Ottawa is a growing soccer hotbed. What can you say that differentiates the Fury FC Academy from the other clubs that are here in the nation's capital?
I don't know a lot about what's out there, so I'll talk about what the Fury can offer, and I really think that we have a unique environment, and we're creating a unique environment because of the experience we have in the club today. We have people that have experienced the game and a different type of environment in football, so that's important, because we're not only presenting players with things that have been a pattern or a trend in Canada or North America, but we also had the chance to see what other countries are doing very well through our NASL team coach, and through myself, and through other coaches that had the chance to travel and see what are the trends, what are other countries doing well, and we have those type of people in the club. We also have a very strong relationship between a pro team, which we now have to offer, a W League team. There's a strong relationship between the coaches of those top teams and the technical direction of the academy. So we're working hand in hand every day. We're establishing methods in which we want to work, messages that we need to transmit at the academy level. I think that's not many clubs work like that, with a direct interaction between the pro teams and the academy, and I think that's a very unique and very important. Everything that is done starts with that pro team and trickles down to the academy with the adjustments that are necessary. We start off knowing that this is the end product. This is what the players need if they want to reach that level. And then we start working and building towards that. So we do now have that to offer, and it becomes so much easier. It becomes so much consistent, and I think that's a plus. That's something that no other club around this area has to offer, and it allows us also to establish a long-term vision and a long-term plan when it comes to player development, which for me it's crucial. We cannot just develop players without knowing where they're gonna be or where they need to be. So we will have that to offer. We're gonna have the every weekend game. Players will actually see what this is all about, and it's about creating an affinity with a club, an identity, and I think that is only possible when you have that pro team that will be attracting people at the stadium, that will be attracting fans and media around them, because it does give that extra motivation to a young soccer player.
Phillip Dos Santos, the technical director of Ottawa Fury FC. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
For more information on the Fury FC Academy, you can visit www.ottawafuryfc.com. For Fury FC TV, I'm Graeme Ivory.